I'm Hovey Smith, and for the next few minutes I want to take you through cleaning common bowfish species, namely carp and garfish. Most of these fish are very good eating if taken from clean waters. Always check with your state advisory for anything about these fish. I'm the author of Practical Bowfishing, and we do this kind of stuff quite commonly. Here is Steve Nelson, and he's shooting from my boat, Bondo Boat, on Sprague Lake in Washington State. Here is Paul Presley. This happens to be his first long-nosed gar, and this is from the Oconee River in Georgia. You can do this all over the country. Here is Bondo Boat, and I have it rigged out here with a spray shield, and this is the same rig that I drug all the way from Georgia to Washington State and back. Here I have two fish on the same arrow. This is sort of an unusual bow fishing accomplishment and one I documented here. Here's Paul again, his nice long-nosed gar, and you can see how much meat is likely to be on this fish. This is a common Georgian mixed bag. You have German carp in the background and long-nosed gar in the foreground, and all of these are edible. Here we have more gar species. These are from Illinois. These include the short-nosed gar and the spotted gar. You can see the prominent spots on the nose of these gar, and hence the name. All of these are edible, again, if taken from clean waters. Now we're about to get started. Here is a nice, typical long-nosed gar, and you'll see in a little bit that this thing has good teeth. All the gars have teeth, and you don't want to get gar bit. They can give you a nasty wound. Now we've removed the head, and the next thing we'll do is take these 10 snips and cut all along the backbone. Once you do, you'll expose 2 ropes of meat on either side of the backbone, and these are extracted just like you'd take the back straps out of a deer. Any meat that's been contaminated with stomach contents by the bow fishing hour is cut away and not consumed. Actually, the roe in the gar are toxic, so you don't want to eat anything that's contaminated. Here we have carp. These are from Lake Sachagawea in South Dakota. This huge one here is from Sprague Lake in Washington State. This happens to be the biggest one I've ever killed, but it was a huge fish. You can see the carp here. These happen to be from Minnesota. The carp is a middle fish with a sort of golden tone to it with the other bow fishing species. Now we're about to get started on the carp. Again, the first thing I usually do is remove the head and gut the fish, and that's this step here. So there's several ways to go from here. You can skin the carp and extract a fillet, and that's what you see here. So we're about to take this fillet, and we'll put it on some tin foil, and we'll put it on a grill and cook it that way. There are small Y bones in this, so you have to be careful about how you eat it. On huge fish, say a carp 3 feet long, these are much less of a problem. Here we have the scales on. Now this is a method of cooking where you actually put the scales down on the grill and you put some tin foil over the top to bake it that way. Here we have the entire fish scaled, ready to put in the oven. Baked fish this way, again, onion, butter, lemon do very, very well. Here I have them on a grill, and they'll shortly be ready to take up and eat. And in the next stage, you'll see me doing exactly that. So we're about to have a good meal here. Now there are many other recipes that I have in my book, which take you through the process. This is carp salad. Excellent way to use the carp. It's a better tasting product than tuna fish salad because it doesn't have that oily metallic aftertaste. This is shark fin soup. You can bowfish saltwater species too, and my book tells you how to do that. So now we have my book, Practical Bowfishing. Again, best way to get it, order it directly from me. It's cheaper that way. But we have other books too. This is Crossbow Honey. the most complete book on the subject about actually using a crossbow for hunting worldwide. Tell you even how to do African lawn with it. Now we have backyard deer hunting, how to make inexpensive meals from wild game animals, including deer, bear, hogs, and so on, so to utilize as food source. Practical bow fishing, best ordered from me by mail. Just send me a check for $20, and that takes care of everything, and I'll send you the book out straight away. The other titles are available from Amazon.com, or you can order them from your local bookstore.